Today we are going to put our new learning journal on our portfolio. If you don't have a portfolio because you're new to in-person this semester, hold tight and I will catch you up after this part. All right, so we are going to make a copy of the new learning journal and put it on our portfolios. So first, go ahead and find this post, and everyone can do this even if you don't have a portfolio yet. You want to go to this document. This is my copy of the learning journal, and you just want to make a copy. So, file, make a copy, and you want to rename it your name. Okay, so I went to file, I'll show you that again. I went to file, make a copy, and I'm going to change the name here. So instead of copy of Miss Klein, I'm going to put my name, Patricia Klein. So I'll just put my name. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and save it. So I can put it on my portfolio. So I'll hit OK. So there's my copy. All right, so now that I have a copy of the learning journal, I need to put it on my portfolio. If you have already done this part with Ms. Garner, just hold until I go over the assignment we're doing today on it, or you can help your friends if they are having a problem getting their learning journal on their portfolio. All right, so how do I find my portfolio? The easiest thing to do is go to sites.google.com, and it should be there. Now, sometimes you guys have an issue and you're like, I don't see it, but check and make sure you're logged into your Drew account. If you're logged in with a personal account, you will not see your Drew portfolio. All right, so find your Drew portfolio. And if you recall last semester, we did have a learning journal page. So you should have a learning journal page and you should have last semester's learning journal on it. Now, we're not going to get rid of last semester's learning journal, but we're moving on to a new semester. So I suggest what I would do is I would add a text box above the learning journal last semester's, and I would put fall 2021 freshman learning journal, something like that. I would spell it right. So I'm going to go back and, what did I do? I'm going to go back and check that. Freshman. All right, and then if you are like, wow, that's too small, I don't like the way that looks, you can highlight it, and if you select title, it'll make it bigger. If you select heading, it makes it slightly smaller. So whatever you want it to say, you can center it. You can customize it however you like, okay? So I would put a heading above last semester's learning journal. Now, if you want to de-emphasize it because we're putting a new one, you can make it smaller. Okay, so it's not as important. You can mess with it, make it whatever size you want, because you don't want, if you don't want people to be drawn to it. All right, so we're going to add the new one. I suggest that we go ahead and put a text box since we're now going to have two. So I clicked text box, and I'm going to drag it to the top of the other one, and I'm going to put spring 2022 freshman learning journal. Okay, and once again, I'm going to change that to title, and then I'm going to center it. All right, so now I have to insert my new learning journal, the one I just made a copy of. So that should be in your Drive. So we're going to go to Drive, and you can sort. If you go up to search, your search bar, you can sort by date modified and today. And since you just made it, it should be there. So here it is. And I'm going to insert it. All right, so here's my new one. And see how it looks the same as the old one? It has that same graphic. So that's why I suggest either making it bigger or making sure you have the title so that you're not confused, because even though it has the same graphic, it actually does look different when you get inside the journal. Okay, and so the last thing you want to do, well, no, that's not true. There's two more things you want to do. Okay, so once this is on your site, you want to go ahead and make sure you hit publish so your site is updated. All right, so now you can see your new learning journal and your old learning journal. Okay, and this is the last thing you actually want to do. You want to open your learning journal, your new one, and you want to change the sharing settings. Okay, mine is already shared correctly, but yours is probably just shared with anyone at Drew. So you want to click share, come down here to get link. See if I can move this because I can't see my options. No, I can't. Okay, well, there should be right here, it says, I don't want to put stickers. Anyway, it says change my share settings. Okay, here we go, change. And if yours is set to restricted or anyone at Drew, you want to make sure it's anyone with a link because you want anyone who goes to your website to be able to look at your learning journal. Okay, so that's how we put our learning journal on our portfolio. And now we're going to do some stuff in it.